Although Chinese products and Chinese investments can be found in almost every country in the continent of Africa, there are certainly a few highlights. There are certainly some countries that are getting more attention from the PRC than others. More and more in the last really 2 to 3 years, this has really been shaped through the Belt and Road Initiative. And so countries that are important, for instance, to the Belt and Road initiatives are going to be countries that have extensive relations with China. But even aside from sort of the Belt and Road Initiative, you can think about some countries that have countries that can supply natural resources, that can supply mineral resources to Chinese companies, are countries that are important. And then the third type would be thinking about countries that have affinities with ideological affinities, for instance, with the CCP, are countries that are really close that have close relations or closer relations with China. And so, to give some examples, for instance, Djibouti and Kenya are countries that can be viewed as countries that have risen sort of to the top of the agenda of China-Africa relations based on their geostrategic locations and based on and Egypt as well is put in this category based on what they can offer to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Another category would be just looking at countries that are rich in natural resources, whether it's oil or mineral resources, such as cobalt, which are countries that are very important to the PRC. And as a third category, I would think of Ethiopia, for instance, which is a country that is landlocked, so it does not necessarily have much to say or to contribute to the maritime Silk Road Initiative. It's also a country that does not have natural resources to speak of. So the importance of Ethiopia to the agenda of China and Africa there is an importance in terms of affinities for styles of governance, for being a country, Ethiopia being a country that is interested in replicating China's developmentalist model, replicating China's economic development model, which is state-centered, essentially, model. So that is also a very important factor that decides on what countries can be viewed as countries that enjoy very close and special relations to China. On top of these examples, of course, history really matters. And here, countries such as Algeria and Egypt and South Africa are countries that can be put in the category of countries that enjoy a strong relationship with China today based on strong historic relations.